Welcome to a review of the Brewbarrel. Now, the Brewbarrel is a beer brewing kit that claims to be able to make you some very tasty beer within just a week. We're very much looking forward to putting that to the test. But in the meantime, you can purchase this kit from brewbarrel.co.uk. And we're just going to start off by running down what you get for your money's worth. As you can see, nice packaging. You've got the barrel on display there. It's always good to see, and it's a good size as well. So ideal present, really, you know, for that person in your life who is a particular homebrew fan or wants to get started in doing their own homebrew. So this kit, and it does vary depending on which one you go for. It comes with the empty 5-litre keg, which is just over 8 pints. You get a bottle of the malt extract. And as this is a bit that varies, you can get a couple of the different bottles of hop extracts there, and the kit we've gone for has 3. Package of yeast, pressure control valve for the 5-litre keg itself, and 3 beer mats as well, which is always nice. And of course the all-important instructions, which are actually pretty easy to follow. So we're looking forward to getting stuck into the whole process, and we'll also, of course, sample it at the end. But in the meantime, check out their range, brewbarrel.co.uk. We'll be right back where we start the whole process. Okay, welcome back to the review. So we're all set to go now. We've got the equipment laid out in front of you, and basically we can kind of do the first step of this, and then we have to leave it for a day or two before we can carry on. But that's fine, we'll get that done now. So this is going to take around about 10 minutes, it reckons, so we'll sort of have a look at the time on that. First thing to do is to remove the transparent lid, which thankfully comes off quite easily. So you might recognise these barrels. These are the types of barrels that you get in supermarkets now. They hold around about just over 8 pints worth in there, so that's quite a nice quantity for us to try this out. Okay, so the next step after you've done that is to fill the keg with the malt extract, and that's this particularly large bottle here. And basically, once we've done that and drained it inside, we need to refill it with some mixture of hot and cold water. So we'll probably turn it off at that point, and it won't be that interesting. So here we go. We'll just start filling this. It's going to take a while to squeeze through. We'll join you in just a moment. Okay, so we've got ourselves some hot and cold water into the malt bottle itself. Now this stage is potentially a little bit messy. We haven't actually got a funnel, so we're going to try and get it in the top here. We have to repeat this 5 times. So. Let's give it a go anyway. Okay, not too bad. You can get a steady stream going. That's going to go in nicely. So yeah, as I said, the next stage after you've done the hot and the cold water is to fill it with another 4 of these, if I remember rightly. And at that point, then it's pretty much going to be full to capacity. We're then able to leave that after we've added the yeast, and we'll come back and check it out in a day or so, as we say. Next step, in fact, is to reseal the keg again with the first clear plastic lid, and we're going to give it a bit of a shake around just to make sure that all that malt extract is mixed up there. So, real good shake. Keep a hold of the lid there, because obviously you've got some pretty hot water there. You don't want that spurting out. Okay, so that's going to be nicely mixed up, we hope. Around about 30 seconds worth, and then we're going to start the process of adding the extra water. Okay, so typical me, didn't read the instructions properly. In fact, you're going to add an extra 5 of these with cold water into the Brewbarrel. So this is our 5th one going in now. Okay, so when you've done that, then the next thing to do is to add the yeast and any other of the hop extracts that you might have. We've got 3 in little bottles, as you might have seen, that came with this kit. That all goes in together, and then you add the pressure relief valve, which is it's quite unique to these particular kegs. I haven't seen one of these before. So we add that on. That's obviously going to be relieving any excess pressure build up during the fermentation stage. We'll rejoin you when everything's sealed up for a brief. Done. Yes, how easy was that? Really quick, really straightforward, minimal mess. That's got to be the quickest and easiest homebrew I've ever made. Certainly looking forward to tasting it. However, of course, we need to leave that for a little bit. So we're going to leave it vertically upright there, so the valve's on the top. And it's going to ferment for around about 5 days at room temperature, followed by a further 2 days in a cool place such as the fridge. And then we get to obviously sample. But after 24 hours, what we're going to do is turn the keg upside down for around about 10 seconds, and then back to the original position. At this stage, basically, it's just going to sort of vitalise the yeast, kick it up a bit there. So hopefully that will get it fermenting nicely. The only thing we did find which was a little bit of a struggle, that was this top pressure relief valve. It did take us a few attempts to get it in, but I think the key to that was firm pressure, avoiding the red actual valve itself, but firm pressure around that in a uniform way. That seemed to get the bung just force its way in. So hopefully that's not going to go anywhere now for the rest of the fermentation stage. So we'll rejoin this actually when it's around about ready to drink, and we'll let in our opinions. It's the first time we tried this. Great concept, loving the ease of it all as well. That's fantastic to see. So we'll rejoin you in this process in a few days' time.